into her time. So knock it off. Rose, let's continue our conversation with Rose Stabler on the Uncle Henry Show on Bay TV, Channel 13. Rose, you used to work here, didn't you?
I did for a short while back. Okay. When I first started working at Channel 10, Bob Williams, he was a good friend of mine, and he bought Bay TV, which was then Blab TV, and he asked me if I wanted to do a talk show. And I wanted to. And at that time, I was only doing weekend weather, but then Bill Evans left, and I was stuck doing weather 6 days a week, plus doing a talk show here, and it was just really too much for me. So I gave it up, and then I went to work at Channel 10.
Have things changed in Bay since you've been here?
Yes, I think Bob has done a great job, and Ron Golnick has done a great job with the station. I mean, things have really changed here.
By the way, Ron Golnick created this show. So if anybody out there has complaints about the Uncle Henry Show, Ron Golnick is the man to talk to. 471-3700, 8 to 5, Mondays through Fridays. Rose, have you been in beauty pageants? I've heard that you were like a high-ranking beauty.
Yes, I was in the Miss USA pageant 10 years ago. I was Miss Alabama.
Miss Alabama and the Miss USA. Went to West Point, master's degree, worked at IBM, Miss Alabama. Am I wrong in saying that Rose could be the dream woman?
Tell that to my husband.
Rose, are you brave enough to take phone calls with me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, and by the way, I've got my lawyer, David Ashley Nyhart, waiting out in the hallway, you phone freaks. All right, we're going to take phone calls on the Uncle Henry Show. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with Rose Stabler.
Uncle Henry, does Donald Duck do?
A question about Disney. I'm angry at Disney. I don't believe in talking animals. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with Rose Stabler.
I got two things to say. One for Uncle Henry. First one, I think your tie's ugly and Rose Stabler has big tits.
Well, thank
you. Chip, I'd like you to go out.
That was a child, too.
That was a child. I think that was one of the people they're going to let out of USA's psychiatric unit when they close down. Chip, make sure that David Ashley Nyhart is on standby. And this is a good opportunity to show the list of people not allowed to call the show. Do we have that ready? Because that person fell into categories. Don't call the show if you're a devil worshiper, communist, atheist, humanist, evolutionist, liberal news media, lawyer, politician, women's libber, gun controller, snake charmer, exchange students. By the way, exchange students now, Chinese exchange students are exempt from that rule. Peace freaks, drug dealers, teenagers, video gamers, professional wrestlers, puppeteers, men with long hair, royalty, sunbathers, convention center backers, mall people, telephone solicitors, the mentally ill, vegetarians, comedians, weightlifters, bank tellers, heavy metal music lovers, Elvis worshipers, those with call waiting, stupid people, and intolerant people. I hate intolerance. Those are our caller rules. Those of you at home, if you're illiterate and you can't read the rules, you don't need to be calling. Read those rules and let's try again. I apologize for that young person who has obviously had a poor upbringing. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with Rose Stabler and a lawyer listening.
Rose, how long have you been married to Kenny?
Monday will be my 5th wedding anniversary.
Monday, their 5th wedding anniversary.
And I might add that that's a record for Kenny. I am his 3rd wife.
Wow. What kind of gifts? Does he give good anniversary presents?
He better.
All right, Kenny Stabler. You better listen to your wife, Kenny. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with Rose Stabler and a lawyer listening. Hello? Rose, they're overwhelmed by your perfection. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show.
Hello, Uncle Henry. How are you?
Fine, thank you, darling. You sound sane, and I'm glad of it.
Yes, I am. And I'd like to say hello to Chip.
Hi.
I just have one question. Rose, you're a very attractive woman. I was just wondering if you've ever had a weight problem or if you have a certain diet you go by?
Well, actually, when I'm not pregnant, I have a problem with staying too thin, but when I get pregnant, I get extremely large. It's right there at the end of my pregnancy, and I was doing weather, and the rude dudes I hear it came on in the morning and said that I had gained all the weight Oprah Winfrey lost. I pouted. I
damn
pouted.
jerks.
I cried the whole way home. I was so upset.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I was so upset. But I mean, really, when I'm not pregnant, I really have to force myself to eat additional food. I burn it off. I'm just a real, I don't know what you would call it. I just have a high metabolism, I guess.
Rose,
is the
you'd
word
make
for
more
it.
friends if you'd lie about that. People don't like to hear about people that can just eat all that they want and not gain weight.
Really, though, it's not good because, I mean, I really think that you're healthier when you are, I think when you're thin that you are not as healthy as you are if you are not thin. I mean, I don't mean to be obese is to be healthy, but I think to have a little bit of body fat on you is more healthy than to be thin.
I don't know, William Conrad would probably disagree. But anyway, let's take more phone calls. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with the perfect woman, Rose Stabler.
Hey, Uncle Henry.
Hello, sir.
How come you didn't go to Ron Reeves' going away party?
Sir, do I need to answer that question? No, the question, sir, would be, Uncle Henry, what possible reason would you have for going to the Ron Reeves going away party? That's the answer, sir. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with Rose Stabler.
Yeah, we were wondering last week we saw Lambert with Mims on the show,
That's right.
and we were wondering how much he weighs.
What Lambert Mims weighs?
Yes.
Well, I think you have to take William Conrad and what's that other big fella in the movie industry, Chip?
I don't know who.
Well, it's William Conrad. I think if you take William Conrad,
Dom DeLuise.
William Conrad and Dom DeLuise and divide by Oprah, and you get Lambert Mims. Lamb chops. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with Rose Stabler. Hello.
Uncle Henry?
Yes.
I think you're an old fart.
The people in Saraland don't think. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show
With Rose Stabler.
Uncle Henry,
Yes.
I'd like to ask Rose and Kenny what was their baby, their last baby, a boy or a girl?
Oh, that's sweet. I have a 4-month-old little girl, and she is almost off the growth chart. She's of ample size, as her pediatrician puts it.
Ample size child. Do you have any photos?
No, I had some taken. I swear I had some taken. I don't have any pictures of my children, but I am a good mother. I just don't carry pictures around of my children.
Well, now we're going to have to lower that perfect woman rating.
What was the baby's name?
Marissa Lee.
Marissa Lee.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for contributing, Chip. Thank you very much for asking.
I was waiting for you to ask it, but
Would you like
got
to ask
distracted.
another question?
No, I'm fine. Continue.
Okay, thank you very much, Chip, for helping out. That's why he's here. Hello, you're on the Uncle Henry Show with Rose Stabler.
Yes, how come you're not wearing a wedding ring, Uncle Henry?
How come I'm not wearing a wedding ring?
Yes.
Because my wife is dead, and every time I looked at that ring, it reminded me of my dead wife. Just like you did, sir. Just like you reminded me of my dead wife. Thank you very much. We're going to have to take a break. Rose Stabler, I want to thank you for being a guest on tonight's Uncle Henry Show.
Thank you.